From Atlanta, Georgia, we're live from Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Atlanta Falcons. Young Kweku has it all teed up. And we're underway in Atlanta. Fields this one at the 3. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. McCarthy starting off with a throw. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
That one's incomplete over the middle. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Those windows over the middle, the congestion, just the mass of people. If you're not on time and on target, you're not going to find a completion, especially on that down and distance.
Now this opening drive not going anywhere yet. Already 3rd and 10. 3rd and long for him here. Downfield, he's got Hawkinson. Stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down. First carry here for Aaron Jones. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, hey, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Intended target that time was Aaron Jones. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Makes the catch. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the 1st.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Running left side by Jefferson. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
1st and 10. It's McCarthy. Grabbed by Jordan Addison. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and goal. They'll try an option to the left. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
I know that you you and I love, Kate, looking at plays and discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had. Not against this defense. Not on that one.
Reichert connects there. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
If they can keep moving that ball the way they did on the opening drive, he's going to be called upon, I'm going to guess, Kate, for more than just field goals. Probably some extra points, too.
McCole Hardman now on the return. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. It's a gain of 22. And the Falcons will have a first. What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. 1st down, and they go right back to it. He's charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Penix here from the gun. He's got it. And he stopped cold at the spot. We'll keep paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Robinson on the inside give. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
Humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Play fake. Penix. Pass is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. It's inside the 10. And he can't get there, but what a gain. Down to the goal line. He's pushed out just a couple yards short. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Firing quickly is Penix. Complete. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle. The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal.
Viking 18! Viking 18!
Robinson will not score, and it's not going to get back to the line either. I think he lost close to 3 on that play. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point.
19 Tiger! 19 Tiger!
Now Penix on 3rd and goal. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Falcons pull ahead 6-3 in the 1st. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Play action, McCarthy. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
1st and 10. Here's Jones. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. So it's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
You know what I call that play, Kate? I call that a confidence injector. It just injects belief in that O-line, that running back, and most importantly, that play caller knowing he can call a run, and he can get a 1st down too.
That's caught at the 4. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings hold a slim 2-point lead early. It's a T.J. Hockenson touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Vikings push their lead to 3. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Hardman with a return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he was pushing for midfield there before they finally dragged him down at the 45. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Penix has him on the quick hitter. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Going play fake with Penix. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Set. Big black Bronco leading.
Here's a counter give to Robinson. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards.
And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. Scoreboard shows 10-7. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Welcome back. Time for our 2nd quarter. The Falcons with a chance to score. Penix working from the gun. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. He's close, but he is stopped before he can get to that 1st down. Picks up 4.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
3rd and 1. It's Penix. And his perfect start is over. That's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
The left side is caught by Pitts. Touchdown Atlanta! The Falcons take a 2nd quarter lead. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. Great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Return coming from the 6. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
On 3rd and long, it's McCarthy. Completed to his running back. And that's a solid stop there to limit the damage. Gave up some, but it's still 4th down. The Vikings getting their punt team out. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And he's brought down before the return gets far. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
At the 26-yard line.
To the air with Penix. Trying to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. And he's taken down just a couple yards shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 11. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. Who set it down for him at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Penix. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This offense has been in a rhythm, settled in and found it in the first half, but hopefully that sack for this defense can disrupt that rhythm just a little bit. Kind of reminds me, Kate, in baseball when you're facing an elite pitcher, just get somebody on base. Just make that pitcher think a little bit. Hopefully that sack for this defense does the same to the QB.
19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Play action, here's Penix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. 2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Here's Penix. An all-around tough play for him. Took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
3rd down, it's Penix. Pass kept going to Robinson. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They get 28 out of that play. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then. And the running back's still doing it to this day.
Here's the one back on the handoff. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Throwing Penix. Short pass brought in. And out of bounds inside the 5. Ooh, the sideline saves him there. Well, nearly the end of that series, partner. You can almost see those players rooting for the ball to bounce across that sideline before a defender made the recovery.
Yeah, sometimes that sideline...
And he's in for the touchdown. The Falcons now lead by 10. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set off shop at the 35. Good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Quick slant to Hawkinson. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Same guy, here's Hawkinson again. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. The Vikings at a disadvantage on the scoreboard. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Brought in, Ty Felton. He gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Off play action. It's McCarthy. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Another try from the 25. It's second and 10. Another throw here for McCarthy. Caught just shy of the goal line. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings make it a one-score game before halftime. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. One after try good by Reichert. And the Vikings cut the lead down to 4.
Vikings 17.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. This makes it up to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes first and 10. Penix here from the gun. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel it in. 2 yards on the pickup, and it's good for an Atlanta first down. They're set up at the 35 now.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Going to the ground again on first. And I don't think he got beyond the line there. Yep, no gain on the play. It's going to be second down. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. They'll air it out on 3rd. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On the shotgun, Penix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Penix is going to throw again. It's his back. It's Robinson. And he'll get this through the midfield stripe and starts pushing into Vikings territory. Timeout called by Atlanta. Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. Again, Penix to the air. Throws caught. And this does not get it. Looking short field, but the defender is there to force this 4th down. Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Well, apparently a little too long to run the field goal unit out. The offense staying put to go for it. They'll run it with Robinson. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Looking quickly here. Penix now on 1st down. Finds him on the crossing route. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Koo able to put it through and add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our 2nd half. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Starting the half with Robinson. He's able to drive that pile back up. Dallas Turner there to bring him down. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Penix to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Falcons will have a 1st. Penix working from the gun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
On 2nd down, Robinson. Looks like he gained about 3 yards. It's also going to bring up 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And they could really use a good one here. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. Oh, baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. That's all the way over the end zone for a touchback. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Has him on the quick hitter. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Locates Jefferson along the sideline. Complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Second down carry for Jones. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He's able to hit Felton. This is caught. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Vikings.
Now McCarthy. He puts some juice on a deep throw. He's got it inside the 10. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings start the second half with some needed points. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings tie this game up. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Turpin with a return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And in great shape after that return. He's across the 35 before going out.
We've got ourselves a heck of a tie ball game, but maybe not for long after that return. Got one side clearly responding well to this pressure. Question is, some of those kicking team guys now running to play defense, how do they respond after giving up that big return late?
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Running left is Robinson. And he'll fly ahead for a few. It's third down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Penix throwing, 3rd and 2. That one complete to Pitts. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
48-yard line.
60 boxes, 60 boxes. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
On first down, here's Penix. Gets him on the end route. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
First and 10, a run to Robinson. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
Jonathan Allen on the
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Play action, here's Penix. Connects on the crosser. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Going right side, Robinson with it. It's inside the 10. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a third-quarter lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
So So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Well, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it, 2nd and 10. Run it with Robinson from the pistol. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage, so 3rd down now.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Third down, and they need to get 10.
Let's go.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Has this at the 6. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. It got 1st down from the 31. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Vikings football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. He's going to try to pick it up. And he has enough for that 1st down, but look at his teammates. They know something's up. Everybody looking at that flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. So they get dinged for the holding. Gotta wonder if that changes their call as they line this up for third down. Third and long for him here. Put the body on the line for his team. Working quickly here. Desperation time here. That's caught. This is Addison. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. That'll be a 20-yard hit on fourth down, Brock, and it keeps this drive moving. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
First down, Minnesota.
Another throw here for McCarthy. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
From the 40, here comes second and 10. Throwing again now, McCarthy. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. The incompletion is still pretty good, too.
McCarthy throwing on third down. And once again, they can't connect. Couldn't connect with Jordan Addison. And that brings up fourth and long.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? They chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Desperation time here on fourth. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Clark Phillips with the pick. And the Falcons take over as he records his 10th career INT.
Turnover on downs.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is first and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. They're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
Another carry for Robinson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Penix looking to pass. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
That was pretty cool right there. I mean, that is an underrated effort on that play from his target, hustling and bustling his way to make sure he was in the neighborhood of that throw. So the Zebras, well, they couldn't penalize the throwaway.
And he's incomplete. He keeps feeding it to his back, but this one, a rare miss. That's going to bring up fourth down. They'll bring out the punter here. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. We'll get it at the 9. And something on the return, but not much as it still ends inside the 20.
The Vikings take over first and 10.
Minnesota in the formation. It's first and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. That's complete. Here's Jones. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Great defensive effort to reject that one. And that brings up third down.
Playing zone coverage in the NFL, we focus so much on the safeties and corners, but so many times it's the linebackers that are the X factors. They make that zone defense go. Tremendous awareness to knock that ball away.
And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
The Vikings, first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Back to the air, McCarthy. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Again, McCarthy to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it.
And the Vikings, first down. First and 10.
Here's McCarthy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now it's second down.
Hey, eventually, Kate, as a quarterback, you better be careful throwing check down after check down after check down. Eventually, that defense will catch on to it, and they'll make him pay and punish him there physically.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So they're left facing third and long. So 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Throw here, third down. Completed to his running back. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
That's another Vikings first down.
Here's McCarthy on first and 10. And again, it's Jefferson. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Looking Hawkinson, he's got it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Vikings first down.
Here's McCarthy, first and 10. Same guy, here's Hawkinson again. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. Along the right sideline, there's space. And he brings it back for the pick 6 and the Atlanta touchdown.
I got to imagine this defense right now has got some kind of tail on this quarterback. He's either giving it away with his eyes or his feet. Interception on the previous drive, and this defense once again jumping all over him.
Coup on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons stretch their lead to 21.
Falcons 45, Vikings 24. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Here's a return from the 7. Bouncing football, and they steal it back on the return. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Atlanta about ready to go now. First and 10. Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Mooney downfield, and he has it. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. A good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Gotta give to Bijan. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Staying with Robinson. And this is looking familiar, partner. He's dropped for a loss again. It's going to be third down. Minnesota spends its second timeout here. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Now the Vikings use their third and final timeout. So now on fourth down, the Falcons electing to send Younghoe Koo after the field goal. He connected once and a good chance here. This is inside of 35.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he made a push for the 30-yard line before going out just a bit shy. First call here coming from the shotgun. Trying again after the pick. McCarthy. Completed right side to Addison. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play.
Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Continuing to move past the 45. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First and 10, it's McCarthy. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Hits his running back. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Now it's McCarthy. Looking underneath, it's Jones. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be its second. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. Offense is set. This is second and 2. Another throw here for McCarthy. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball.
Touchdown, Minnesota! The Vikings putting up points in a game decided. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate. And I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
catch, so hope not entirely extinguished just yet. Still a little glimmer remaining as that makes it a 2-score game here late. Well, time making this all but impossible, but they're going to try for the onside kick here anyway. And the Falcons are all over the kick. That should just about wrap things up here. Timing's so important for a team to recover its own onside kick, but jumped the gun there before it went 10 yards, and that drew the flag. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Falcons nearing a victory as he drops to a knee. So the Falcons earn the win in this one. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently.